What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a special edition of GYO Grow Tours. Today, because I'm home for the holidays and here my fam, I wanted to show you where I come from, where I get my green thumb from. I never studied this stuff, but I absorbed a lot just being in this environment. First thing, super cool thing you can do with your family is instead of chopping down a Christmas tree every year, you can grow one in a pot. We got this when it was about this high, and now it's taller than me, and it's, you know, trapping carbon, growing, teaching your kids about, if you have kids, you know, it's a great project for them to see how long it takes to grow a tree. You definitely appreciate a tree more when you see, like, this is taking, I don't know, quite a couple of years to get up to here. Yeah, so, you know, you guys can see all my dirty secrets. I used to wear tie-dye. All right, first things first, let's show them the front. All right, so the next thing I'd like to show you is it's not only Christmas trees that you can do in an eco-friendly way, it's your front lawn. This is my mom's front lawn. She replaced her lawn with oak tree and a whole bunch of California native drought-tolerant plants maybe 5-10 years ago. It has since obviously grown into its own little ecosystem. So you see birds out here, you definitely see lots of bees loving the flowers. And it's much more exciting to me visually than a boring patch of grass. I can still play in it if I want. I can still frolic a little bit. Oak leaves are not as soft on the feet as grass, so I understand. Not everyone can do this, but long-term goals, your front yard should be a low water and high native animals attracting kind of place, if that's what you're into. Welcome to the backyard. This is was formerly, you're about to see what it turned into, was formerly a patch of grass, just like the front yard. Real quick, right next to the kitchen door, we've got a bunch of edible flowers and herbs. Here's an herb bed. Here is a kumquat tree for, what is that? Pomegranate, apricot, moringa, tangerine, some native like sage brushes. They attract pollinators. Let's check out the raised bed area though. So she has contracted me to help her redesign this, and don't pay attention, this is a little messy right now, but essentially what we're doing is surrounding the raised beds with flowers, California flowers that are going to attract native pollinators to come, bees, flies, maybe some ants and stuff like that, etc. And what that does, maybe some, of their predators as well, like hornets. And having a diverse ecosystem really helps your food crops to thrive, because if you want a zucchini, it needs to be pollinated. Each flower needs to be pollinated, and if you have flowers around it that are going to attract birds and bees, you're more likely to get your whatever fruiting crops pollinated. Inside the beds, we're not really focused on flowers. We're focused on edibles. She didn't want clovers or anything like that in here, but what we did is a nice green carpet. We just got a bunch of radish seeds, lettuce seeds, cilantro. Here's a couple asparagus, a couple actual plants we planted. These are like, $1 each asparaguses. Get a tray of 6 for $6. Spread them around. See what does well, what takes. Give the soil full coverage for most of the year, and essentially make your weeding an act of feeding yourself. So I just got this radish out of the ground because I noticed this asparagus over here was getting kind of crowded out. So I took the radish out and made a little room so this asparagus can get some light. I noticed then I had a hole that I had left in the ground, right? And I don't want to kind of just leave holes in the ground. So I grabbed a leaf from a cabbage or whatever this is, a dying leaf, and I just stuck it in the hole. And now the ground is covered. There's insects or worms that might come up and eat that. But yeah, raised beds, kind of an experiment, kind of a miniature food forest almost. You got layers, right? And you can come out and munch off it, come and graze and forage. Let's see, what else she have back here? She has a grape trellis behind you. That's a succulent palette that we were working on. Needs a little love. Back here, persimmon trees, some other kale beds. And this right here, the my favorite fruit. It's a new discovery for me, Pakistani mulberry. So this is a new one. I'm hoping this turns into something just like that tangerine tree did. You get to see stuff grow over the long term, and that's really cool. Here's a miniature dwarf lemon. Here's a bunch of really pretty camellias. And then this right here, rain barrel. So takes rain off the roof, stores it up, and in times of drought, we have a whole 55-gallon drum sitting here ready for us to use to water the plants, to keep stuff through. If, you know, God forbid the water were to shut off for any reason, we got some extra water, and that's really, really helpful. So you can get these free sometimes from your city or your water district. Look into it, rain barrel for water collection. But I want to show you, it's not just for edibles, it's also for creating pleasant spaces. So I don't know if you can see super well, and it's winter right now. So it's not, you know, fully covered in vines as it normally would be, but this is a really great place to sit. And she turned it from a random side yard that nobody uses into a super beautiful place to hang out, using primarily plants, right? A little bit of rocks and bricks and kind of shaping it, but what gives us the vibe to me is these plants growing out here, right? And as you can see, our neighbor's pretty into it too. Our neighbor has awesome avocado tree, lots of palms. The neighbor grew a successful mango tree and avocado tree from seed, from a mango and an avocado that they ate. Don't listen to anyone who tells you you can't grow things from seed at the grocery store. Yes, they're not going to be exactly, you're not guaranteed that they're going to produce fruit exactly like the mother fruit, sure. But y'all could see those, you can't really see from here, but amazing fuerte avocados that our neighbor has from a tree that I believe they said was planted from a seed. So it is possible, and it's how nature does it, and don't listen to any nursery owners that tell you not to do it. All right, well, thank you for joining me on this tour of my mother's garden. This is what your grass patch can look like in your backyard. It takes some work, it takes some effort, it takes some money for sure, but you can get started in the smallest way. So yeah, I hope this is inspiring. Grow your own peoples, grow our own. All right, calling out. Peace.